Hi everyone, I hope you're doing really well. I wanted to share with you a recent outcome at the county court involving one of our clients who was seriously injured following a transport accident in December of 2021. My client was riding with a group of cyclists when he was struck by a car. As a result of the accident, he fractured his pelvis and was surgically treated. After some months following the surgery, he returned to work and in fact returned to a number of activities he was performing prior to his transport accident. This included competing in a triathlon. He was very stoic and he was incredibly resilient, determined to live life normally, irrespective of experiencing an incredible amount of pain. This client is one I'll never forget because a lot of people in his position would have resigned to their injuries and would perhaps not have done what my client did, but my client was persistent. He completed a master's subsequent to the accident. He competed in a triathlon. Some of his pain and suffering consequences included constant pain, which was made worse with sitting. And we argued that sitting was part and parcel of life, and despite engaging in academic pursuits and social and recreational activities, he was unable to do so to the level he once did, and would struggle to sit for more than 30 minutes, and he'd feel like he was sitting on his bone. He experienced soreness at the scar site, particularly on touch. He had constant pain in his right glute and hamstring, and the intensity of that pain fluctuated. He couldn't cycle like he used to, and this was a huge consequence because our client was able to cycle after the accident, but not to the extent that he once did. And for him, this took away his identity because he identified as a competitive professional cyclist. He had ambitions of competing in the Peaks Challenge and then Amy's Grand Fondo. Now, he was training for these competitions at the time of his transport accidents, and these were very realistic ambitions given that he was so active and so committed to his training. We adduced affidavits from both his wife and daughter, which were very compelling and are cited throughout the judgment of Her Honour Judge Sanger, who ultimately found that the pain and suffering consequences experienced by my client did in fact meet the threshold.